Hi everyone, it's Lillian here. I am just popping on spur of the moment to tell you about a new class that I have. So it is called He's the Man Class to Go. So if you've noticed that He's a Man suite of products in the catalog, sorry, I am just making sure that I am able to be doing this here, that we're looking like I'm just setting the computer up. Always takes me a bit of a moment. There we go. So it's called He's the Man Class to Go. It is inspired by this suite of products on pages 78 and 79 in the annual catalog. So it's just a gorgeous suite. Gorgeous in that it's perfect for masculine cards or outdoor cards or camping types of cards or those kinds of things that we maybe don't have quite as much of as we would like. So it's perfect timing, just in time for Father's Day, and to top up those cards. So let me just talk a little bit about the class. If you want to know more, you can also go right here. But the class, you're going to make 6 cards, and you're going to be using the paper from the set. And so let me just talk about what's included in the class a little bit. So 6 cards, which is great to have 6 masculine cards. And there are a few options. So the first option is you would get half a package of the designer paper. Well, let's take a look at that. I have actually used so much of my designer paper, I can't show you all the pieces. But here's the front and back of the 5 pieces. And this is a specialty designer paper, and that's because one of the pages, which you get 2 of, but if you're getting half a package, you would get 1 page, right? Is all punch outs. So you can just punch out something and pop it on your card, and you've got a really quick card that way as well. So if you are getting this, what happens, I will punch out these for you and put them in a clear envelope because they tend to fall out and I don't want any to get lost. So I will do that for you. If you are doing front porch pickup, all of your paper will be 12 by 12. So here's one side. This is my last sheet of 12 by 12 paper. If you are having it mailed to you, it will all be cut 6 by 6 just to save on postage. So it's great paper. Great. I love these. I'm actually using these lots. And in the class, I will give you the option of using these or the stamps. So if you don't want to buy the stamp set option, you can use these and still complete your cards beautifully. So back to here. Option A is half a package of the He's the Man designer paper, 1 package of the rustic metallic adhesive backed dots. So they're in 2 sizes. They go right up to there. So you would get that. 2 yards of the Early Espresso faux suede ribbon. So this ribbon works really well with these projects, and it can be masculine because it's got that rugged feel to it, and we just don't tie too many bows. You would get 1 package of Stampin' Dimensionals, and in the black Stampin' Dimensionals, it's black Stampin' Dimensionals. And when you get black Stampin' Dimensionals, you actually get 2 sheets of the mini and 2 sheets of the regular. So that's a really neat option. And then you'll get all the packets you need to make 6 cards. And you will also get the handout and the video and instruction. So that's option A. Option B is all of that, but then you also get the stamp set. So this is the stamp set here, and it's a great one. Some really good stuff, little corners and all kinds of things like that. So that would be option B, and that's $79. Option C is $114, and you would get the die set as well. Now let's have a good look at that die set, because to me this is the star of the show. So here's the die set. So it does cut out a lot of the stamps, but if you look at these shapes, they will cut out a tons of stuff that you have in your collection. They are not limited just to this particular die set. Also, look at these decorative edges, our elements here. They are gorgeous. And then we've got some banner types of things going on, and this here. So there is all kinds. To me, this well, whatchamacallit, die set could stand alone. I would want this in my collection regardless. So that is option C, and then option D would be handout and video instruction only. This would mean you've got your own supplies, and this is the only one I can sell internationally. So outside of Canada, this is the only one I can sell. So the registration deadline is Saturday, May 14th. And to register, it's the same as up here. So he's the man class. So go ahead and check that out. You'll get all the information here and then the link to the registration. And then I thought, well, while I'm showing you about this, why don't we make something together? So I took a sample from the catalog because I love to use my catalog as inspiration. I looked at this sample right here, and I'm going to make it pretty much the same, but not quite. So, and I'll explain why not quite as I go along here. So this is actually an unusual shaped card. This card is going to be 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm using soft succulent cardstock, and it's 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. So we have the square card. We had Stamping Staycation on Saturday, and Marilyn showed us a neat way to make envelopes for these odd-shaped cards. So we're going to use that. Then we're going to use some early espresso that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So we've got that. And then we're going to bring in some more of the designer paper, and this is 3 by 4 1/4. So you notice 4 1/4 seems to be a pretty prevalent number here because that's the way the card is designed. I'm just bringing this in so you can see a little better. Then I have a piece that is of basic white that is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and this is going to be for the inside. So let's start to build our card. So we're going to fasten these 2 layers together. Now you could easily emboss that to add a little more texture. I find that in cards that are for the outdoors or for the men in our lives, often I add lots of texture, but I thought, well, I'll just keep it simple and use designer paper and let that design be the texture here. So I'm just fastening those 2 so they're flush end to end, but they have a bit of a border there. And then it's just going to go on here like that. So we will fasten that on. It doesn't matter what adhesive you use. I happen to use liquid quite often just because I can wiggle it around just like that and get it, make sure I'm getting it straight. So we've got our card front going like that. Now, if we looked in the catalog, they had some designer paper cut out to go here, but as I said, I'm right out. So I used this, and I've used up all of the element that they used, but I'm substituting a different one. So this is one of the die cut images that you get right with the designer paper. So I'm going to put that there. And then they took the tools. Let me just bring in that picture again so you can have another look. So you see where we're going here. So they've got the tools next. So we'll put the tools, and they had 2 wrenches and a hammer. So they did it like this, and you could always flip them around, and you could make them scattered and cockeyed, or you can make them straight. And because I guess I just need to move that over a little bit. I think I am going to put these upside down. I'm going to change it up just a smidge Now notice I haven't stuck anything down. I'm just in my planning stages right here. Yeah, I like that. And then we've got this little arrow. All of these are die cut. So, and we can just go, okay, nice work. Like that. I think that's going to work just fine. So what I think I will do is I'm going to glue this piece and the tools right down and put this and this on dimensionals. What do you think? I think that'll work. So because I didn't have any designer paper left, I used an embossing folder and just added some texture this way. So that's the stripes and something embossing folders. There's two, comes in a package. They're 3.5 or 3.25 inches wide. So we've got that on. We're going to put that over there. We'll put some adhesive on our tools. I'm just going to put a bit down the middle. Not going to be too fussy because that arrow is going to be on top anyway. Use my take your pick tool, the putty end, to pick that up. So I'm going to put this one here. And I'm not pushing these right down because I want to make sure I'm getting my spacing right. So I'm going to do my two outside ones first. And then put the hammer in the middle. And oh, look at that. I think I did okay. So let's just do any minor adjustments here. Often I do things all twisty-turny because then I don't have to worry about being straight. But there we are. Look at how fast this is coming together. Now, I said I wanted this on dimensionals and I wanted the arrow on dimensionals. So I'm going to bring in my black dimensionals. I'm going to use the mini for here. These are well used. Now, the mini black dimensionals have really wide borders, but remember, just take your scissors and do some snips and you've got some big dimensionals after you use your minis up. So let's put one here and one here. I love using minis for these smaller areas. And then I'll bring in my regular dimensionals and put them in the corners here. Just like that. I wonder if that's going to sag. I think I'm going to be extra careful and put another one there. There we go. Now I'll bring in my take your pick tool and take the backings off. Sometimes my fingernails don't work as well as my take your pick tool. So there we go. Just like that. Now we're ready to, oh, got it stuck to my fingers. There we go. Okay, nice work. There we go, right there. We'll put this. Now we could make it straight or an angle. I guess it almost needs to go straight, much as I love to put things at an angle. And just like that, we've got that done. And now we're going to bring in those rustic metallic dots because they are amazing. And we will put, let's see, where should we put one? Right, I'm just going to put one right there. There we go. I think that's going to do that. Now for the inside, I cut a piece like this, and then one of the pieces is like a corner from a photo album, and I thought we could do that and then just do or we could put it down here. I wonder if that would look better. Well, you know what? It's square, so I'm just going to put it on and we can decide after. So we'll put it on like that. Now there's a stamp also that makes this corner, which is really, really neat. But I wanted to show how the die cuts work because we're familiar with stamps, but the die cuts are a little bit different. So now I could fasten it here or here. I can write a greeting in here. I could use another die cut and put it in there if I wanted. I'm not going to glue it down until after I've stamped. But there, quick and easy, right from the catalog. Just changed a couple of the, one die cut out, and Again, I'm loving these. So if this class interests you and you want to know more, go here, and after I'm finished, I will actually put the link in the description so you don't have to try to copy that down. You can just click on it. So I feel kind of like that. I love how this turned out. Then click and find out some more. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for checking this out, and take care and have fun. Bye-bye.